Welcome to the Tech Today podcast powered by CEORater. It's your host, John Maeda. Check us out at CEORater.com. Anonymously rate your company, rate your CEO. Visit us at techtoday.com to stay up on the latest in technology and capital markets related news, including the economic impact of this COVID virus. This week we're kicking off something new, a new segment. It's going to be a weekly segment entitled the CEORater CEO of the Week. In our first CEO of the Week is WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon. This is as much a memorial as it is a celebration because Vince McMahon buried his XFL on Friday. Good Friday, no less. This was version 2.0 of the XFL. It was killed not by poor ratings or fan indifference, but rather by the coronavirus. XFL 2.0 was funded entirely by McMahon, who sold approximately $270 million of WWE stock in March of 2019. And at that time, speculation was that McMahon was positioning himself to purchase the Carolina Panthers of the NFL. And the Panthers franchise was ultimately sold to David Tepper. If you know Tepper, he's the co-founder of hedge fund Appaloosa Management. McMahon wasn't interested in acquiring the Panthers, however. McMahon took the world by surprise on January 25th, 2018, when he held a press conference announcing the return of the XFL, version 2.0. For those who are not familiar, 1.0, the inaugural season of the original XFL, took place in 2001 after the conclusion of the NFL season. The original incarnation of the XFL was a partnership between the then WWF, now WWE, and NBC, which at the time was part of General Electric. Version 1.0 of the XFL it's sort of a cheesy production. It had a professional wrestling, over-the-top promotional feel to it. Ratings dropped off each week before NBC pulled out of the partnership during the inaugural season. It was initially supposed to be a 2-year deal. ESPN did a 30 for 30 on that initial season, which we'll link to in our show notes. XFL 2.0, however, was very different. It was a serious football league with a promotional strategy that focused on the game and on-field play as opposed to sensationalism. XFL 2020 was fairly popular from a ratings standpoint. The league was even more popular from a live gate standpoint. Game attendance grew each week. XFL 2020 also had some exciting in-game innovations. So, why is Vince McMahon worthy of being named CEORater CEO of the Week? After all, he presided over a field football league not once, but twice. Well, McMahon is an entrepreneur and a risk taker. And if you follow us, if you follow CEORater, you know that we celebrate entrepreneurs and risk takers. We respect their ingenuity, their resourcefulness, their toughness, and their grit. And McMahon placed a material amount of skin in the game. He did not rely on other people's money. XFL 2.0 was entirely funded out of his pocket. Therefore, rather than poke fun at McMahon and the XFL's failure, we choose to celebrate the spirit of an entrepreneur who is willing to revisit a past failure in an attempt to make it right. Were it not for the coronavirus, McMahon very well may have led this latest incarnation of the XFL to the end zone. And for that, we declare Vince McMahon as CEORater's first CEO of the Week. That's all for now. See you next time.